Namaste. Welcome to the second BritScent video on language you might hear during yoga sessions. In the previous video, we learned exhale and inhale. But what is a breath cycle? And what does walk your hands mean? Keep watching to find out. Just a reminder, I'm an expert in the English language, not an expert in yoga. So feel free to copy the language I use, but make sure you copy your yoga movements from a qualified yoga instructor. Okay, let's slowly inhale and exhale before we begin. Feeling calm and centered? Great, let's get started. Well, that deep breath in and slow breath out you just performed is sometimes called a breath cycle. So instead of saying we're going to hold the next position for 10 seconds, some yoga instructors might say we're going to hold the next position for 5 breath cycles. Now, if you're in a basic standing position, the instructor might give you advice on how you should stand. For example, they might say, check your posture. This means check the way you are standing. Check the positions of the different parts of your body, especially your head, your shoulders, and your back. They may ask you to check that your crown, your tailbone, and your buttocks are all in certain positions. Crowns and tailbones. Well, your crown is the top part of your head. Your tailbone is the small bone, technically known as the coccyx, which is at the very bottom of your spine. And your buttocks, also known as your glutes, are the large muscles which join your legs to your upper body. So, you might hear, imagine your crown being pulled up towards the ceiling. Tuck in your tailbone and engage your buttocks. You might be asked to ensure that your feet are flush or flush together. This means that there's no gap between your 2 feet. And they might ask you to check that your center of gravity is directly above your feet. This means check that the weight of your body is flowing directly down towards your feet. Finally, while some instructors will tell you to close your eyes, some may say you should have a certain type of gaze, such as a forward gaze. In the context of yoga, this means looking forward, but without really looking at anything in particular, not really focusing on anything in the room. After the instructor is confident your posture is now correct, she or he might ask you to loop the shoulders backwards and forwards, or rotate the shoulders backwards and forwards. This means do something like this. While looping, or when in other positions, the instructor might tell you to imagine your shoulder blades coming together. The shoulder blades are these bones at the top of your back. Moving on to different positions now, you might be told to dive forward onto all fours, or if you've been lying down, then to press up to all fours. This means have the palms of your 2 hands and both your knees on the mat or on the floor like this. Various poses can be moved to from this position, but this position is often called the tabletop position because your back is nice and straight, almost like the top of a table. Depending on the style of yoga and the exact position, you might be asked to extend your toes, which means do this, or to tuck or curl your toes under, which means do this. You might hear, ensure your palms are spread wide, or spread your palms wide. This means open up all your fingers so that the palm of your hand becomes wider. If you move from there into a position such as full cobra, this one, you might be told to squeeze the elbows in, which means do this. And be told to think about the curvature of your spine. This means ensure that your back is curving the correct way, either down the way, like this, for full cobra, or up the way, like this, for part of cat and cow pose. You're doing fabulously well, and we're nearly at the end. Now, a key part of yoga is how we move from one position into another. So, to move between certain positions, you might be asked to either walk your hands forward, like this, or walk your hands backwards, like this, or even walk your hands up your thighs, like this. Then of course, in most forms of yoga, movement should be as smooth as possible. They should flow like the moves of a ballerina or a dancer. So you might here try to move with elegance and ease. This means move in a way that is slow, smooth, coordinated and relaxed. Move nice and slow with control. This means make sure you're using your muscles to move your body carefully and you're not simply using gravity or speed to make the move. Make sure you're not collapsing or don't collapse into the position. This is similar to the above. It means don't simply relax your muscles and let gravity pull you down like this. In certain positions, the instructor might want you to rock back and forward like this, or to sway softly, gently like this. But for other positions, he or she might tell you to avoid rocking or swaying. Okay, we've just covered a large amount of very useful language and you've done fantastically well. Well done. When I lived in Taiwan, I used to attend hot yoga sessions. I found them really intense, but very helpful for improving my flexibility. Do you prefer hot yoga or normal yoga? What type of yoga do you do? Why not tell us below? Bye for now, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.